Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States. And we are downtown Washington, D.C. once again. Now, before I went in the hospital to have surgery for my cancer, those of you who've been with us will remember that we did an episode about the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial over by the Tidal Basin. And it's a huge affair with waterfalls and multiple bronze statues of both himself and his wife. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing, but it was dedicated in the 1990s by President Bill Clinton. It wasn't what Roosevelt wanted. And this plaque explains exactly what he wanted. We'll zoom in on that, and it tells you everything I could possibly tell you. He called his friend into the Oval Office. His friend happened to be a Supreme Court justice. And he said, if any memorial, is made, I'd like it about yay. And he put his hand on the desk, probably the Resolute desk, although I don't see any reference to that. It's a simple block of stone. Well, in the 1960s, in 1965, and he did this, by the way, he did this in 1941. He died in 1945. He was sick. He knew the end was coming, and he didn't want people to make a big deal about it. So in 1965, a group of friends got together and fulfilled his wish and did this simple block of stone. We'll zoom in up behind me. That says exactly what he asked for, in memory of Franklin Roosevelt. And that was the end of it. It was placed here on this beautiful little tiny piece of green, and we are right in front of the National Archives. If we swing around just a little bit, you can see this huge building is in fact the National Archives building. So he got his wish finally in 1965, about 20 years after he died. And that is in fact a piece of marble, as near as I can tell. I don't think that's limestone. I'm going to walk up there. I don't think I'll get in any trouble. I'll be right back. Well, yeah, that certainly seems to be a piece of relatively roughly cut marble. Not a geologist, I don't think that's limestone. I'm pretty sure that's a piece of marble. It's a beautiful monument. That's exactly all he wanted. So, I guess the rest of at the other, and that's quite a ways away from where this is, the other monument to Roosevelt is what the people wanted. Interestingly enough, nice little setting here. There's a solid bronze water fountain, certainly only used in the warmer weather, and a couple of benches under the trees. So it's a beautiful setting, the way they prepared this. But I guess he just thought that this little piece of green in the middle of what is otherwise a concrete jungle was a nice setting, and even in his lifetime, I suppose that was probably true, because there's not much open grass elsewhere here in downtown Washington, D.C. So that, folks, is the other half of the story that I didn't get to tell you before I went to surgery. This is the original Franklin D. Roosevelt Memorial, and I think that he would have been very pleased that it's exactly what he described. So, anyway, I thought it was interesting. We're right here on the corner of 9th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, kitty corner from the FBI building, and right across the street from the Department of Justice. So it's, pretty much the epicenter of Washington, D.C. So I hope you enjoyed this short visit to the original Franklin D. Roosevelt Memorial. If you've got questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you're new here, hey, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you'll consider clicking subscribe and come along for the adventure, because we got lots more to show you. And as always, folks, thank you for watching.